Hello everyone, welcome back to the IndieGeekGuy channel, and we're back with Black Sails, the beginning of Season 4, the final season of Black Sails. How the hell has this come around so quickly? This is it, we're coming into the last batch of episodes. Anything and everything could happen now. We could lose people could raise their stakes in the whole situation. That makes me simultaneously nervous for the characters that I love and also excited for where the story is going to go. Now, obviously, I have an expectation that there's going to be some building towards the treasure island of it all. Like, that's going to be built into this. And like I said in the last season, I expect that's kind of where the show's going to end. It will sort of end on a, oh, and this is where Treasure Island begins kind of thing. That's kind of my expectation. But because the show's been doing so much of its own thing, there's, you know, these characters could go down any path before getting there. And it could be very different to that original story in some ways. So there's plenty of mystery as to where the story could go. As for where we ended off last season, Flint has defended the island against the British, and John Silver has now been dubbed Long John Silver at long last. His persona is being created sort of for him, but all the while he is sort of stepping into that role unknowingly already. Like he's already building towards that. We've been hitting towards him kind of enjoying the bathing in darkness that he's slowly been going into, but also being as respected as he is and liked and feared all simultaneously, and him starting to realize what kind of power comes along with that. It's, you know, it could go down a very dark path. Who knows? We'll have to wait and see with that. Flint's reaction to what this story that's being built, that they're using John Silver as the figurehead of this whole movement. We'll have to see how that goes. Personally, based on what he said in the past, it feels like he would be kind of like, well, I knew the Flint persona would have to disappear eventually, but I don't know if he's maybe come to a different place in his head with all of that, and he's just fully embraced the Flint persona at this point. So I don't know, that could cause some stirring up. I'm just excited, so I'll stop rambling, we'll get into this first episode. But before we do, please remember to hit the thumbs up button if you do enjoy this video, and the reaction and the review helps the channel out, helps this video get seen by more people. Also consider hitting the subscribe button so you don't miss any future videos. That includes the rest of Black Sails, any other reactions, gameplay, all the good stuff. It's all good, just, you know, it's helpful. It's nice of you to do so. So just consider doing it if you do enjoy the video. There is also a Discord link in the description below. We're trying to build a community over there as well. So if you want to partake in that, hang out with other like-minded people, talk about nerdy stuff, all that good stuff, that is down there as well. We'd love to see more people over there. But that's everything. So without further ado, let's jump into the first episode of Season 4 of Black Sails.
And here I sit at the head of an army of men, each of whom, present company included, has certainly considered killing me.
If it makes you feel any better, I haven't considered killing you in months.
Hey, at least that's good. There's some good news. No pressure, Flint. No pressure. You got this.
We are in sight of the end of this journey. And he's still worried this alliance all falls apart before we get there. Please don't give him any more reason to indulge that feeling.
There are some tears in the seams, it seems like, which makes me worried about where we're going.
And we seek retribution for what was taken from us. Today there will be vengeance for the death of Charles Vane.
Are we just going straight into a fight right off the bat? We're pulling no punches this season, huh? Open big.
What is it?
The governor's sloops are moving.
Trap.
What the hell does that mean?
Some sort of trap.
Why is she cutting across our bow?
The Defiant Soldier is home! Hard to starboard!
What the hell is going on? What is going on? Chaos has ensued already. Oh, that's bad. That's not good. It looks great though. Oh my god, look at that! Jesus!
Can we get free?
Yeah, that's not good.
Open fire.
Eastern Battery!
Oh.
Open fire! Fire!
Fair play to Woods Rogers. He came up with a good plan. You see, when I said I was worried about what might happen, this is it. This is it right here. This fucking looks incredible. They're like staring at each other. They can't even see each other, and yet they're like staring down each other.
What are you doing?
I'll be the slowest one.
Get on the ladder!
It's all right. Go.
Yeah, this sucks for John. This is not going to be a fun time for him. Oh god, John. Oh, John. He's going to get left behind. I can see it happening. Oh my god! I mean, Flint was considering jumping in after him, but I think he knows it's not the wisest choice. Yeah, he's got to fucking stay and make sure the rest of them do their shit. Ugh. Fucking hell. We're already off to the races with fuckery right here. Jesus.
Mrs. Rogers, the governor requests your presence.
They're just like full on married now, huh? Just the fuck happened between seasons.
Governor.
I'll send for you as soon as I'm satisfied the street is secure.
I've got to say about this, about Woods Rogers, at least he gets involved, you know? At least he's like, you know, much like Flint, he leads from the front as best that he can. Although I fully suspect him and Eleanor are going to be up to some fuckery this season, and it's going to piss me off.
2 ships they sunk. It must have taken them days to arrange.
I know.
Then why the fuck didn't you warn us?
I did warn you! I sent word to Mr. Featherstone. He was supposed to send word to you not to enter the harbor.
Then Mr. Featherstone has fucked us all. Yes, I know that too.
What happened? What happened? I was so distracted by Billy's beard. Situation is fucked, though, however. Where's Featherstone? Put him in by the ear somewhere. As much as I like him. Fucking the look Flint gave Billy there when he like shut him down. Like that was I think the first time Flint's actually looked at Billy with actual respect. Like he's been like, oh, okay, Billy, you got this, don't worry. I think that was the first time he actually was like, well, shit.
The Pirate King's name is Long John Silver.
At least he's been pre-warned about this that he's walking into.
We've come this far because when Flint and I are of the same mind, there's no obstacle we yet encountered that we cannot surmount. To elevate one of us over the other, even as a fiction, seems to me to be tempting fate in a most dangerous way.
Yeah, that's what concerns me quite a lot.
Did you not once tell me of your worry? About the fate of those whom Captain Flint has called friends before you? Whatever he is to you, whatever you are to him, I don't believe you need him to be the man you are.
God damn it. Everyone's just poisoning Silver and Flint against each other. Just let them be friends, for God's sake.
Prepare to be boarded.
Alright, that's what we're doing. Can we at least prepare some sort of ambush? Nope, we're just doing it. Okay. Oh, Jack, that mean look. Oh my god, pull out the pistol, Jack, pull out the pistol. Or Anne, help him. Oh, Jack. He needs to get better at that, that's for sure. I mean, he's getting there, but someone needs to take him under his wing for sword fighting or something.
If you have information about Captain Flint's contingency plans, it may argue in favor of leniency.
Go fuck yourself.
Oh, he's come a long way, that man. He's he was eager to get rid of Flint.
We that remain do so in violation of our orders to return home. If we see England again, I imagine we'll have to answer for it. Hold it.
That was an interesting shot of Woods Rogers there as he said that. Oh, oh dear. Yeah, I think Woods Rogers, somewhere in him is like, that is not becoming of who we're meant to be.
Of course.
Like, his men are becoming just as bad as the people he thinks he's fighting against. But no, I like that shot of him as the focus changed. Now his home, his retreat from everything has been turned into a war room. Oh, God. So much symbolism going on in this episode.
And the only man among you I trusted is dead. I'm asking you, if this war died with him.
Okay, I'm getting worried about how much faith people are putting into John Silver now. I love John Silver. He's great. But Flint is also good, and people like refuse. They outright refuse to like see what they have in him. They'd rather just be away with him if they possibly can.
We are two battered fighters at the end of a long fight. The next blow struck may be a decisive one, and we have to be the one that strikes.
Stop. I prepared these men to follow Long John Silver upon his return. Now, if you assume that in his absence that role now reverts to you, then you assume wrong.
I have become so easily set aside, have I?
But do we need you here? No, we do not.
Alright, Billy. You need to settle down. You need to settle down a bit here, Billy.
Somewhere on an island a few days' journey from here is a chest filled with treasure. And of the 3 men who know of that place, I may be the last one alive.
3 men know the resting place of the chest, and 1 woman. He told it to me before we left home.
Oh, God. Well, this is just going to tank Flint's
It would be preferable if they were
fucking authority now. Oh, God. This is fucking with my head right now. Like, both Billy and Flint have good points. Like, they need more people, but at the same time, Flint is right. They need to do something quick, or they will just regain their strength. And here's fucking Silver, not going to die. Fucking upper body strength for this. Oh, it's a fucking good shot, though. Oh, God, the anxiety. The fucking anxiety running through me right now. This is awful. I've never been so thankful to hear someone breathe air before. Jesus. Hey, he's got a goat. We're alright. He's got a source of milk and meat. He'll be fine. Save the goat! Save the goat! Okay, I hate this. I fucking hate this. This is fucking awful.
I had a chance to end it all. I had my hands around his neck. Had I been more in that moment.
Damn it, Jack. Damn it. Don't blame yourself for this. Don't blame yourself for this. It's not going to be helpful.
Charles Vane stood by us when no one else would. Charles Vane risked his life for us.
Yeah, but he doesn't want you to throw your life away. He doesn't. He said go. He didn't want you to die. Like,
This can all end. If the governor turns over the one thing he wants.
Vane's body, I assume, or Eleanor's head is the other option. Probably the more likely one.
I need to know why you're behaving as if victory is so far away when to me it seems that it is so close at hand.
I mean, there's a few factors. He's worried about his own men turning into savages, for starters.
When I informed Sarah of my intent to formally end our marriage.
And there's this.
Her family intervened with a few of my larger creditors and persuaded them to accelerate my timetables for repayment.
Well, everyone's in some fuckery now. Everyone's up against it.
I do not regret what I did, no matter the consequences.
I feel like you might. I feel like you might at some point. Is this going to be Silver's being reborn moment? Moment when he comes back from the dead? I can only presume that that's where this is going to go. This is where the fuel of this particular fire is going to come from. He's going to know who you are. He's going to know who you are. You're probably more useful to whatever he's doing alive.
Long John Silver. Welcome home.
Okay, Redbeard. What are we doing here? Where's this going? Oh, God. God, that was a lot to take in that episode. Jeez. Okay, episode 1 of season 4. There was a lot. There was a lot happening there. Kicking off with a bang, big action set piece at the start that looked incredible. Again, production value is amazing and continues to be. I was kind of taken by surprise though, how like I thought, oh, we're just going straight to Nassau and this is where the conflict's going to begin. But no, Woodes Rogers comes in with a pretty fucking good play and actually wins the day. I did not see that coming in episode 1. Although I suppose I probably should have done, because obviously, you know, you got to get 10 episodes. You can't just have Flint and co win straight away. But no, it was a big sort of bold way to open the season and to sort of put them back on the back foot, so we have a struggle for them to go forward, both in terms of personal relations and in terms of the war effort. So it sets up the season's struggle pretty well, although who knows with this show, it could get resolved pretty quickly, I don't know. The thing that stood out the most, the two things that stood out the most in terms of there were some interesting bits of direction in here, like if it's made to the reaction, the bit where we had Woodes Rogers sort of in and out of focus as his sort of, I suppose, like his leader of his armed forces was talking about why they're still here, about the fact that they are fugitives, and, you know, and then the added context of later down the episode where he reveals the situation he's in. Like, it was an interesting piece of direction just to sort of see, you could see like Woodes Rogers' inner turmoil and thinking as he's seeing the guy who's in charge of his military becoming as savage as the people he's fighting against. And, you know, I thought that was particularly interesting, and it sets Woodes Rogers up in an interesting light for the season. Like, he's, you know, if he's slowly going to turn into Flint, if he's going to go down that path, if he has more of an understanding as to why Flint became who he became after being on this island, that's, you know, a potential interesting thing for this. Like, almost like Nassau is like the One Ring. I make a lot of Lord of the Rings references in these videos, but like, it's almost like that thing of this, what this place does to people if they're here for too long. And I think Woodes Rogers might slowly be awakening to that against all his efforts not to be. But no, just interesting direction on that, and it's interesting to see where his character might go. Also, he is officially married Eleanor now, which, you know, okay, they pushed that through quick between the seasons, didn't they? But it sets up his struggle as well. Like, now he's in debt. Looks like Eleanor's going to bring in his family, and bring in her family, sorry, from Boston, I think it is. I think she said that her rich, powerful side of her family now resides. I think she said it was in Boston. So see if that becomes of anything, because that was like season 1 stuff, which was never really touched on again. So now it looks like we're coming round back to that. And Eleanor sort of trying to fit the role of his wife and to make the street feel safe and to not be a problem to his effort. Seems interesting. Like, I feel like that's going to come around in a way where she's just not going to be able to play that role anymore, because it's just so not her. So that's an interesting thing. We'll see where that goes. But the thing that is making me the most anxious, the thing that is driving my anxiety up and through the roof, up into the sky, is how seemingly everyone is just trying actively to poison the relationship between Flint and Silver. Like, everyone wants Flint out of the picture because of, like, reasons. Like, I get why. Like, I get that there's a mistrust of him and his character and the stuff that he's been doing. And it's like I said in the last video, like, there is this underpinned resentment towards him because he essentially uses the same tactics that England uses, which they're all fighting against. He just repurposed them for what he's doing now. And even Flint himself sees that in himself, and it sort of drives him a bit crazy. So I get where that's coming from. It's just, I do not want that partnership to get fucked over because other people just can't let their own anxieties and worries about Flint get the better of them. They're like, no, we want to follow Silver because we like him and he's good people, and you're a little shit who just keeps bossing us around and we don't like it. Even though Flint has carried them so goddamn far, it's making my anxiety for where that's going skyrocket. Like I say, I feel like this season is heading towards a downfall for Flint. I can see, like, there's no way that his story doesn't end in some tragic manner. Obviously, I haven't read or watched anything Treasure Island related in years and years, and I don't know where his character falls in that story. Obviously, Black Sails could go down their own path with it. That's entirely possible. So I don't know. All I can sense is that obviously he's going to want to go back for that treasure and be the first one to get it. That's the only thing I know is probably going to be the case. But to what end and for what reasons is kind of the mystery of why that's going to come about. You guys all know I love Flint. I think he is one of the best characters I've ever seen, and to see everyone so violently be turning against him after everything he sacrificed and done for them, even though a lot of it was kind of done in the shadows and they don't have the full story. So that's why there's this pushback against him, really. But it makes for the tragedy. It makes for the tragedy, and sometimes he doesn't help himself, to be fair. Silver is going to be interesting. Like, I reckon this whole setup of him seemingly drowning and coming back is going to be, you know, both Charles and Flint had they came back from the dead story moments, and that's what gained them this mythological status amongst everyone. And I feel like this is Silver's. Silver is going through that baptism right now, and we'll see how that plays out. I don't know what Big Redbeard's going to do to him, what endgame that guy's going to have. It looked like he was killing surviving pirates on the beach. So I can only assume he's working for Woodes Rogers at this point, but maybe there's going to be more to that. We'll see. A lot of symbolism in the episode as well, along with like what I was saying with the Woodes Rogers stuff, with the sort of camera pulls and focuses and stuff. But in regards to Flint, there was a lot of symbolism to things like it was the walrus, I believe, that got sunk, and that is kind of like the beginning of the end. Really, that's the symbol for that, isn't it? The thing that was firmly kind of Flint's sort of home from home, as it were, is now gone. And more so, you know, obviously the whole saying is, you know, the captain goes down with their ship. Silver was the one who went down with the ship, pretty much. So that's a whole other interesting aspect that I just kind of wasn't thinking about until now. On top of that, obviously, you've got his home that he used as a place of respite from everything, where he could just go back and be himself again, is now been turned into a war room by Billy, and like the broken cup and all of that. Like, there's so much like going on in visually to sort of show the breaking down, and like I say, it feels like the downfall of Flint in some regard. I just don't know what form that's going to take. But I loved all those touches. Like, it's like they're putting it on the screen to visualize it rather than have a lengthy conversation about the whole thing. They are visualizing that state of mind that is probably going through him at the moment. Let's talk about Billy for a moment. Oh my god, like, I love Billy. You've been watching these videos, so you know that I really like Billy, but again, his resentment for Flint is giving me anxiety. I want to like Billy, but if he like flat out big bad way turns on Flint, I may have to betray my boy. I may have to betray him, but it's all because he doesn't have the context. That's the frustrating thing about Billy's whole situation. He doesn't have the context of Flint's backstory, where he's come from, why he's doing this, why he makes the choices that he does. He's just seen the opposite end of that. He's seen the man sacrifice people for his own gain, seemingly at face value, and that's really it. And that's what makes it frustrating, because you know Billy and Flint would make a good team if they could just understand each other better. Like, there was an interesting moment here when Billy just shut down Flint when they met on the beach, and Flint had this expression of like respect for like clearly Billy's been doing some growing since he's been fighting this resistance here on his own, but also worry as well. Like, he's got someone else he has to contend with, where he didn't feel like he had to contend with them previously. But it's interesting. It sets up their dynamic for the show, I suppose. But I am worried. I hope, if anything, that him and Billy find some level playing field again, and that they're back on each other's side. I just want Flint to explain everything to him. Just to sit Billy down, tell him everything, and hopefully he will get it. Like, just like Silver did. Like, I really hope that something like that happens. Because like I say, I love Billy. I feel like he could take Nassau himself with those fucking guns he's got. He could just tower over and just sweep everyone aside. And the beard. I was so distracted by the beard when he first appeared. Almost as if like the actor or the production was like, you know, all these characters, all these gravitas characters, you know what they've got? Beards. They've all got beards. I think Billy needs one. And then we've got Blackbeard, Jack, and Anne. Interesting that where that's going. Like, clearly Blackbeard is just out for, I assume, Eleanor's head, or Woodes Rogers' head, or both. Like, he wants repayment for Vane's death. Jack, interesting position as well. Like, he just wants to be the best possible version of himself, but the reasons he's doing it are muddying himself a little bit. Like, Vane died essentially so Jack and Anne could live, in one of the reasons that happened, and I don't think Vane would be happy if they would just throw their lives away for no meaning. But Jack is seeing meaning in why he's putting his life on the line. Like, he feels like he has to do this. Like, he was given the chance at fighting this war, so he's going to do it. I just hope it doesn't, like I say, I hope it just doesn't muddy him into making stupid choices. Like, he still has to be smart about it, and I think that's really what Anne is getting at. Like, you can have this fight, but you have to be smarter. You have to know what your own ability is. I just hope someone takes Jack under their wing. Like, this is how you use a sword properly, and this is how you shoot a pistol properly. Like, he knows how to do these things. He just isn't a master of it like others are. You know, obviously his main weapon is his mind and his words and all that tactician stuff. That's his strength, and he just needs a little help. He just needs a little help with that stuff, and a little bit of, look, you can do the fight, but you have to take the right path, and hopefully Anne will be there to do that for him. But yeah, a lot of things set up. I really enjoyed it. I think it sets the groundwork pretty well for the rest of the season. I mean, I was enjoying that everyone seemed to be on the same page for a moment, and that everyone was like, yes, the team is together, we're all doing this, it's all going well, and now it looks like everything is being torn apart again. So we're just gonna have to wait and see how that plays out over the season, I suppose. But yeah, super enjoyed the episode. I think it was really good. Look forward to this season whilst also being anxious about it. Thank you for watching this video, guys. If you enjoyed it, please hit the thumbs up button. It helps me know you liked it. It helps it get seen by more people and just helps the channel out in general. Also, consider subscribing so you don't miss any future videos, get notified, all that good stuff. It helps me out a lot, and I'll be very appreciative of it. But other than that, hope you enjoyed this one, and I will catch you on the next one.